What is going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense is not so common. We're getting this off of page 6. Elon Musk's daughter, Vivian, calls dad a hideous incel after he offered to give Taylor Swift a child. Now, I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna play the game that page 6 is playing with this sex bullshit. I'm not gonna sit here and call Vivian because Vivian was born a male. So I'm gonna just say Victor because I can't, for some reason, it's very hard to track down the actual name of the child. And if you can find out the name of the child, can you please let me know in the comment section? It seems like as though they scrubbed the internet, scrubbed the name to basically just to play into this bullshit. And I just find it crazy that you're sitting here calling, mind you, everything about Elon Musk's child, when it comes down to this person always bashing his father, you have this person literally has no person. Victor has no personality. And what I mean by this is because without the attention, they wither up and die like a goddamn flower. Everything about this person ever since they transitioned has been about their father. I get it. You don't like your father. You got all this fuck you money, and yet everything is about your father. It's actually the perfect set. It's actually the perfect scenario, right? The people who are always offended, right? They have something to be offended about. This is perfect. You now have something to say that this person oppresses you, rich, wealthy white man, and it's perfect. It's perfect. But the thing that's so crazy about it, how you gonna call your dad a hideous incel? He had 12 of y'all. 12. Elon Musk has 12 children. 12. 12. He can't be that hideous. Or maybe it's that he has that fuck you money. And biological women, let's be honest, a lot of biological women will sleep with you if you're talented and got money. Talented and got money. Talented, passionate, and got money. I mean, there's probably more traits, but Elon Musk fills those goddamn boots real well. 12 children. The 12 children, like, like let's be real here. He has 3 with Neuralink executive Shion Zilis, six with Canadian author Justin Wilson, and another 3 with Grimes. My man Elon Musk was he was on the women talking about I want to build a rocket ship. Are you gonna call your dad an incel? Let's get into it. Unbelievable. Elon Musk's son, Victor Wilson. I'm not calling him Vivian. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing the game. Slammed his father after he offered to give Taylor Swift a child, following the pop star's endorsement of Kamala Harris for president. Of course, of course. The timing for the Taylor Swift endorsement of Kamala Harris honestly could have not been better. Can't wait to see the Swifties at the polls. Vote Blue, the 20-year-old who came out as transgender in 2022, wrote on Instagram threads Wednesday after addressing the Telsa CEO Strange X post. Also, yes, I saw the tweet. Hideous incel nonsense. Hideous incel nonsense. He added in a second threads post. Like, does that even look like a female to you? Or does that just look like a dude with like a bloated weird lips and just like this is if you put Victor on the post of white girls with Marlon Wayne with the Wayne's brothers back then when they did that movie, they would fit in perfectly. Makes sense. It's kind of like I don't know. It just looks slightly off. But congratulations on the hair and getting a tit job, I guess. Incel is a term for a chronically online man with a hostility towards women who consider him unattractive. Actually, that's not what the term incel is. When incel is not a chronically online man. I don't know when that was a thing. And when did they add that as a term? Incel just means a person who wants to have sex who can't have sex. That's what an incel means. And then they become violently. They become violent towards women because they can't bust a nut. It has nothing to do with being chronically online. Wilson said she did not have much. I'm sorry. Wilson said they did not have much else to add on the subject other than calling Musk's words abhorrent. That much is obvious, and if you don't see how, then you're the problem. They continued. I would just like to say to my audience members, don't let people talk like that. It's disgusting, it's belittling, and it's incredibly sexist. You deserve better. While Wilson made it clear that they want no association with the SpaceX founder, they felt it was important to speak on the matter. I'm not really the biggest fan of this subject. I am my own person with my own name after all. However, I just feel like that had to be said even if it's incredibly self-evident. Cheers, they concluded. Again, bullshit. This person has had an interview talking about their father. This person has multiple posts going off and going crazy about their father. And the saddest thing is that Elon Musk actually said that their son was born slightly autistic and gay. Elon had no problem with this. And then at one point, I believe he was talking to Jordan Peterson, and he said to Peterson that he was tricked into accepting the trans transition journey nonsense because he was trying to be a good father, pretty much. And after that, he pretty much said that, his kid died to the woke mind virus. That he lost his son to that. Musk, who has fathered 12 children, shares Wilson with his ex-wife Justine Wilson. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and tell me that. Then I had some girl gonna sit here and tell me, some woman sit here and tell me that Taylor Swift is shapely. Taylor Swift ain't got no shape. She looked more straight than a Tetris block. Get out of here with that nonsense. I'm sorry. She looked more shaped than an L-shaped. What is it? What is it? A long plank Tetris shape block. Get out of here, bro. The billionaire investor 53 faced backlash earlier Wednesday for seemingly offering to impregnate Taylor Swift, 34, after the Fortnite singer posted a lengthy statement on Instagram endorsing Harris in the 2024 presidential race. Of course she's going to endorse Harris because she's made a history of putting support in people who are bad. Doesn't Taylor Swift have like her whole collection is basically just bashing men? Bashing ex-boyfriends, making songs basically about past relationships that all went fucking to shit. Of course she would. I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election, the Grammy winner wrote alongside a photo of herself with her cat Benjamin Button, just minutes after the Democratic vice president debate against Republican candidate and former president Donald Trump aired on ABC Tuesday. Swift cheekily signed her letter by calling herself a childless cat lady, referencing Republican presidential nominee J.D. Vance. Recently resurfaced comment that the J.D. Vance recently resurfaced comment that the U.S. was run by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Where is it? Seriously, where's the lie? Where's the lie? Like, it's a fact that older women who have hit the wall, who feel like as though they're not seen anymore, they enjoy making younger women suffer for their choices. This is just a fact. We know this. We know that they would rather see women who are much younger than them follow in their footsteps and become miserable as well. This is just a fact. This is just a fact. Musk took it upon himself to respond to Swift in a way that several netizens deemed creepy and weird. Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life. He wrote on his X platform early Wednesday. The businessman has been outspoken about his support for Trump. And as well as his anti-trans views. My man got 12 children, and you're going to call him an incel. In July, Musk claimed in an interview that his estranged, I'm not doing that, had been killed by the woke mind virus, and that he was tricked into allowing their medical gender reassignment. Victor petitioned a California court to change their name and gender, whatever that means, in June 2022, requesting to take their mother's last name. The then teen stated in her filing, God damn it, I fucked up, in their filing that they no longer lives or wishes to be related to their biological father in any way, shape, or form. And yet you can't keep the fucking person's name out your mouth. Stop it. Stop it. Again, you better thank your daddy that you had. You better thank Yo, daddy, that you're allowed to even have a platform, you better think. Yo, daddy, that you got fuck you money because at the end of the day, you're lucky to even be associated with him. You better think that if without him, you would be nobody. Stop it. Anyway, guys, actually, let's look at some of these comments. Michael G says Wilson's claim to fame and value to the world is for who their father is, something completely shut out of their control. They, I'm sorry, what is it? They have individual. I'm sorry, their individuality has no other relevance or into anything. I'm sorry, or what? Yo, what? How did you write this, my dude? Their individuality, no other relevance or anything else to sell. Oh, excuse me. When they make headlines for rightly or wrongly bashing their estranged father, similar to what Trump's estranged niece, Mary Trump, regularly does in the press, it means very little in concrete terms, as they are about as biased as they come with their validity is based on a solely biological relevance, not any up-to-date information or knowledge. They don't possess the personality nor intellect to even see that for what it is. Musk's sense of humor. Yeah, Musk does have a sense of humor. Wrath of God says Putin will not take long to make his move once Harris becomes commander of the American military. The gift that keeps giving will result in the homeland being destroyed and Washington no longer on Earth. I doubt that. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Will we be much weaker? Yes. Will other leaders disrespect the shot of us if Harris becomes president? Absolutely. But then again, Harris will be all into letting America slowly be destroyed. I don't even think that there's going to be a war that takes place when America falls. Because the way that it's going, bro, we not even, man, whatever. Ishmael says, perhaps you should take a refresher course on Russia, a country that cannot really take care of itself. Are you talking about Russia who can't even beat Ukraine? That's on no. Are you talking about Russia that can't even beat Ukraine that's on their actual border yet? Well, no, that's not true. Russia is beating Ukraine. The problem is that Ukraine is getting funded all of these weapons from America. It's literally a proxy war. If we did not fund Ukraine, Ukraine would have been taken over a long time ago. So it's our technology, but Russia is still winning because there's not enough Ukrainians to fight that war. Ukraine is not big enough to sustain that war. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It would have been slow, but Russia would have definitely had still won, at least much more faster. Ken Sting Jr. says, if Musk is indeed celibate, it most certainly is not involuntary. He has qualities that women find irresistible. 250 billion of them. Absolutely. Like again, it's not just money. Don't sit there. An incel is a male who wants to have sex, but he's not getting no chance to have sex. And eventually they end up becoming angry because they feel like as though in the world they have no fucking place. They're not desirable fuck women because women are just hurting them. And it doesn't help that you have these girls out there who they just go out there to hurt men just for the sake of hurting men. Again, the top 70 to 80% of men are the only types that these girls go after. So when you got the rest of the men, the rest 70%, 70 to 80% of men who don't even get the time of day, what do you think happens when they're invisible to these women who tend to be fucking mids? Talk about 5s and 6s. Being honest. Against Word Salad answers with, yeah, money. Elon Musk offers a lot more than money. Elon Musk offers a whole lot more than money. A whole lot more than money. Like I said, women be attracted to you if you're unique. Listen, you don't have to have nothing for... Man, I remember growing up in high school. Do you know how many people used to make fun of the gothic kids? But here's the thing. Them gothic dudes was needle diving in pussy. Are you kidding me? Girls love looking at the motherfuckers that look like Angel from Buffy. Are you kidding me? Angel and Spike, are you kidding me? The weird motherfuckers that look like Edward Scissorhands always was clapping cheeks. And here's the thing, if it wasn't the cool girls that was clapping cheeks with the Edward Scissorhands on the low, right? It was the goth girls also that was with them that they was clapping. Man, are you kidding me? You know how many of these kids already had a child before the end of high school? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Mind you, that's just being unique, right? Women also love men who have passion. Right? If you're really passionate about something, right? A lot of people will joke on you and laugh at you, right? But you could be passionate about bears. Look at the bear whisperer. Remember the dude who got eaten by the goddamn bear? Everyone thought he was crazy, but remember that one girl that actually went with him? Think about it. She literally went with him, was madly in love with this dude. This dude was in love with bears, got eaten by a bear, then she got eaten. You don't think he was clapping the cheeks of this woman? And mind you, it ain't like as though he didn't have nobody. You, again, money, passion, being unique. There's a lot of traits. Pick one. It ain't just money. Even though, yeah, money helps. Does anyone else remember when family squabbles stayed in the home and on the weekend the family would go to a faith-based organization and be respectful of each other? Then on Thanksgiving the squabble would become an all-out skirmish. Doors would be slammed, but not too loud so the neighbors would not hear. The children never rejected their last names unless they got married and were female. Ah, the good old days. 12 kids and he probably spends very little time with them. Eh. Z-Man says, I'm sure some inmates going to try to conceive with Leon Musk when he's doing 30 years for consumer fraud. Oh, stop it. All-knowing master replies with, stated like a good Marxist, jail your political enemies, am I right? Ungrateful kids are just the worst. Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.